Well, I've been saying it for quite some time, folks, and unfortunately, I don't have the following that would help spread this awareness to great lengths because I'm not a humongous YouTuber yet. But anyway, let's go over this. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. This kind of thing pisses me off. Because the last time censorship like this happened was in the early 2000s. After I graduated, or actually even before I graduated high school, they were starting to censor and rewrite novels because of offensive language. And they didn't want children to be able to read these things because, they might learn bad words. By learning these things early in life, you then get the appreciation that some things are better left unsaid, and some things are important to learn, and why they are wrong to say. However, yes, they are used in older books. But anyway, the New York Post writes that children's author Roald Dahl's beloved book books are scrubbed by sensitivity experts. This was about a week ago, but I still believe that it is important enough to report on, as it does fall under entertainment. Books are still a form of entertainment. Roald Dahl's famed children's books are being scrubbed by so-called sensitivity experts to remove language they deem offensive, including fat or ugly characters, and making them beloved Oompa Loompas of Charlie the Chocolate Factory gender neutral. Publisher Puffin tapped sensitivity writers or readers to rewrite hundreds of sections of the late author's texts to ensure his work can continue to be enjoyed and not offend today's more woke audience, the Telegraph reported. I'm sorry, if it offends them, then too bad. They need to be offended. They need to grow spines. Words Matter begins the notice at the bottom of the copyright pages of Puffin's latest editions of Roald Dahl's books. The wonderful words of Roald Dahl can transport you to different worlds and introduce you to the most marvelous characters. This book was written many years ago, and so we regularly review the language to ensure that it can continue to be enjoyed by all today. Oompa Loompas, the diminutive staffers of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, once called small men, yet are now small people. Because gendered language is offensive, folks. Another favorite character of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the infamous glutton Augustus Gloop, is no longer called fat, but rather enormous. He's fucking fat. Deal with it. If you can't handle somebody saying that the kid is fat, well then maybe you need to grow a spine and understand that things are not going to tiptoe around your feelings in real life. Characters from the author's other classic tales are also getting a lefty makeover, according to the National Review. In the original version of James and the Giant Peach, a character rhymes Aunt Sponge was terrifically fat and tremendously flabby at that, and Aunt Spiker was thin as a wire and as dry as a bone, only drier. However, after being scrubbed, the text now reads, Aunt Sponge was a nasty old brute and deserved to be squashed by the fruit. And Spiker was much of the same and deserves half of the blame. Gender references have also been neutralized not to offend women or the transgender community. In The Witches, a section saying witches are bald beneath their wigs has a new disclaimer. There are plenty of other reasons why women might wear wigs, and there is certainly nothing wrong with that. Puffin and the Roald Dahl Story Company made the latest changes in conjunction with Inclusive Minds, which its spokesperson said is a collective of people who are passionate about inclusion and accessibility in children's literature. AKA, they're fucking Nazis who want to change the way that change the way you look at books because they don't want reality to be placed in these books. They want their own twisted sense of delusion to be present at all times. And you either need to conform or you are a bigot. The Roald Dahl Story Company downplayed the changes, insisting to The Guardian that the revisions preserve the author's voice and style. I am pretty sure that if Roald Dahl was alive today, he would say, "You're out of your fucking mind, change my books back to the way they were." I think that he would take great offense to his books being changed just because a small amount, an infinitesimal amount of the world's population are offended. Our guiding principle throughout has been to maintain the storyline's characters and the irreverence and sharp-edged spirit of the original text. But by changing it, you are therefore changing the context of the story itself. Any changes made have been small and carefully considered. No, they haven't. A spokesperson said, however, Matthew Dennison, Dahl's biographer, has said he's almost certain the late writer would have recognized the alterations to his novel prompted by the political climate were driven by adults rather than children. Basically saying that Roald Dahl would not have approved of these changes. Folks, I remember back in the early 2000s and mid-2000s, they started taking out the N-word from Mark Twain's books, especially Huckleberry Finn books and Tom Sawyer books, and instead put in slave, which I think was not a good thing to do. People need to learn these older words. People need to learn that these words also have meaning in different contexts. The N-word, as derogative as it can be, also means an ignorant person. And there are several other words, and I've done these examples before, yet people still don't bother to share these important things out. But yes, that is the end of the article. It's coming, folks. I've warned y'all back when I was covering the Amazon's Rings of Power stuff, how they were scooping up rights to the books and novels, and because of how people are offended over everything, there is a very big chance that Tolkien's words will eventually be censored. And it sucks. That's Nazi-level communist bullshit right there. But hey, y'all don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I'm still going to report on it because it is very important. And it needs to be shared as widely as possible. That this sort of stuff is wrong. That those who are offended are in the wrong. Because they want to change things they can't handle. I'm sorry, but life, real life, is not going to bend to your will. People are not going to change simply because you want them to. In fact, most people will fight against forced change because that kind of change is detrimental to human society. All of this genderqueer, neutral, fluid bullshit is a backwards and regressive element of humanity. It is dangerous, it is destructive, and it's disgusting. They want children to learn sexual themes. They want to change words so that children don't learn them and then learn to respect these words and to understand the context of these words, whether they be right or wrong. This stuff is important, folks, and I truly do hope that you share this video so that people can understand that this stuff needs to be preserved, not rewritten in the way that SJWs today want it to be done. That is criminal. That is censorship. And last time I checked, censorship in books was illegal in the United States of America. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this? Do you think it is important enough that this needs to be shared? Or do you think, oh, I'm just a crazy YouTuber that doesn't know what he's talking about and will continue to ignore the very dangerous road this world is going on? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay humble.